Well, I've learned a lot in the last year. You know, I know that, and Sheriff Gamble in Easton talks about this in Talbot County, that we're a spoke in a wheel. The sheriff has his part of the wheel. You know, he's one spoke, we're another spoke. We're not the total answer to this problem, but we are part of the solution. I know in my heart of hearts we're part of the solution. The feedback I get from people that come here is absolutely amazing. And I was saying earlier that almost on a daily basis, someone says something to me. Either they have a relative here, or they are attending. They're in the program themselves, and it's of all the endeavors I've ever been involved with, this is the most rewarding.
Wow.
Not financially rewarding, but emotionally rewarding.
Yeah.
This is the most horrible epidemic that you could imagine. And it didn't just happen overnight. I mean, back in the 90s with Oxycontin and these painkillers, you know, the drug company said they're not addictive, and doctors started, prescribing these drugs that are incredibly addictive. And, Melissa informed me that 80% of the people on heroin, 80% started with painkillers. That's an amazing statistic to me. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
So we all, the physicians need to be they need to be a spoke in the wheel too, and be very cautious when they prescribe something like Oxycontin or hydrocodone, and make sure they follow up and they haven't been just keep writing renewal prescriptions for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Because over time it's very likely that individual will become addicted.
On some level, we just talk about it more now, but it's always been a big problem. But they're also mixing heroin with stronger substances that are causing more overdoses, so that's bringing more light to the problem as well.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be this many
Oh, is that
community.
right?
In this community, yeah.
Yeah, what is the number?
Well, altogether, I would say it's probably over 500 or so.
We track how many patients are off opiates within a certain time frame, which is usually within 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Access to treatment, we track making sure that patients get in treatment within 4 days from the initial time they call us, so that they're not left without treatment. We track negative drug screens after 6 months in treatment, meaning all substances, not just opiates, because sometimes you see patients use other substances as well. So it takes a little time sometimes to get the other substances off board, so we put that as a 6-month marker.
But 2 days ago, I saw someone that's been coming here for 3 months, and I saw him when he first came, and then I saw him 2 days ago, and he told me he's gained 30 pounds. He doesn't have the cravings that he had. He's feeling so good about the program. He's attending our 12-step. We've incorporated a 12-step program within our building, and I just couldn't believe it. It was miraculous in just that short period of time. How they can turn things around and start getting in the right direction. The other thing that surprised me, not Melissa with her experience, but surprised me, is that so much co-occurring issues. When someone comes in, they could have some mental issues. Sometimes people that are bipolar, they're often stop taking their medication. They start feeling good, and they stop, and then they fall back into a pattern of up and down. So yeah, that's been a real surprise to me how often that happens.
Yeah.
It's pretty complicated. I really love what we're providing. It's a real service to the community. We like this particular model that really is Melissa's model, and we are in the process of doing the same thing in Salisbury. And we feel there's a desperate need in that area, and possibly even Ocean City. Possibly Ocean City. I just love the staff downstairs. We do things that I haven't seen in other places. We have acupuncture, which in terms of pain, I've never participated in acupuncture, but I'm getting good feedback about it. Hopkins did a study on it and said it really works. They don't even know why, but it really works in many areas.
I think you're going to see more yoga involved in this type of practice, more mindfulness, because people are overstimulated in our society, and trying to get them to focus can be an issue. So more relaxation, maybe meditation, teaching folks how to meditate can be a good part of the process.
Do they have that?
You know, this disease is pretty much hits all families.
Yeah.
We all know somebody that has a problem. It wasn't that way back in the 60s or 70s, but it is now. Yeah.
Are you optimistic? I mean, as someone
I'm excited and I am optimistic. I tend to be an optimist anyhow, but I literally am more optimistic now that I've been here for a year, and seeing, like what I saw a couple days ago, someone really improving and being excited. Today a young lady spoke about how it saved her life, and she loves, you know, what's happening for her here. She felt like she felt bound up. I felt trapped. I felt trapped. She says, she used the words, I feel a sense of freedom now. I can breathe now. It was like, wow, you know, just listening to her, it's like, you know, it's an amazing thing.
I had